Yo, what's happening?
What you thinking? Up or down, bro?
Possibly a little bit more down and then hopefully up. Like, I think it was a great sign to see Bitcoin go to 22K yesterday. I think we finally got the first higher high, which was good. Is it safe to buy now? I think let's go through it. Is it another fake out? Let's go through it. Like,
I'm just looking at this. I'm looking at this. So you see this little W pattern that we've got here? So you told me that if we break above the here and we close above here on the daily, then that's a very, very, very positive sign. So we did actually break above it, but now we're back. Now we're going back down. So this is probably like a retest and then straight back up again, right?
Yeah, and we got one more that you can see on the left. One more major zone that I think that's when we're going to get retail in. I don't know if this was retail. I don't know. I'm actually curious to see what you think. Was this a retail pump or was it an institutional pump that happened yesterday? Because I feel the retail will only come in a little bit later. I think let's discuss it.
All right, so today we're going to be talking about whether this pump is real, whether you should trust this pump. Did we break any key levels? If we did break any key levels, what are the next levels we should be looking at? Yeah, I think it's going to be a great show. Sheldon and I are back in action together, having fun together. So let's do it, bro.
Click. Have you heard the news? What? With his finger on the pulse, it's like Sheldon knew.
Ran, he's our man. If he can't do it, no one can.
You heard the news. What? With his finger on the pulse, it's like Sheldon knew. Click. When the sniper shoots, we got Sheldon on the charts, so we never lose. Enter the sniper, sharpshooter advisor. Enter the sniper, he marks the charts right. Enter the sniper, he's calling the cycles. So enter the sniper, click. Time to be dedicated, sniper mode is activated. Explosions in the market are in target and Sheldon demonstrates. Mirror on the wall, Master Sheldon tell us all. We got Sheldon on the chart, so we never lose. Enter the sniper, sharpshooter advisor. Enter the sniper, he marks the charts right. Enter the sniper, he's calling the cycles. Enter the sniper, click. Enter the sniper.
Enter the sniper.
James, get that towel away.
Dude, that was one of the funniest things I've seen in a long time. It was actually.
I told you it's only funny because you're in the back, not in the front. Oh, good to be back with you, brother. Good to be back with you, and good to be back with the Sheldino army. With the Sheldino army. Sheldon, I see that you're making a video about ByBit leverage tutorial. I see it behind you.
I am. I'm busting my ass off. It's been a while. I've done tons of retakes, but I'm getting back in there again. Passionate, brother. I'm excited to bring the courses out. Education. Are you a professor or what?
I'm doing crypto school stuff today. As you can see, I'm doing crypto school stuff today. I'm professor.
Bear market things, huh?
I'm shooting something. I'm shooting about the best exchanges and how I use exchanges and the best exchanges out there, because I think it's important that people trade on good exchanges now. A lot of people are trading on bad exchanges. So yeah, that's that. All right, listen, if you guys are new, then where the hell have you been? If you are here, smash the like button. Yeah, let's get into the charts. It's so nice to have a day where the markets are green. It just makes everything feel so, I don't know, just you wake up in the morning.
The only thing is it's Bitcoin that's green. Like altcoins. Hello, altcoins. Are you here?
That's good though. Let's wait for confirmation.
Yeah.
Let's wait for confirmation on Bitcoin. And then when the confirmation comes on Bitcoin, we get an altcoin run. Isn't that how it works?
Yeah. So that is a very interesting topic. Is obviously the shift in dominance. I think that was a big talking point, because every time we have had a big reset in the markets, when we finally got that reset in dominance, where dominance took control again, when we get bullish, because what usually happens, market goes bullish, and then what happens? The dominance usually drops, altcoins go crazy. This time you got it turning, and you got it in favor of Bitcoin. And I think the last time that it did it was actually after the May crash last year, is when we actually got Bitcoin back. I think it was from the 30K back to the 40K region. We had that dominance go all the way up close to that 48%, that 50% mark. And then we only had it flush out again. So
let's look at dominance
it still
now.
goes down.
Let's look at dominance
Yeah,
now.
it still
Let's look
goes down. Like I think the markets have changed. I don't think they're the same as what they used to, but I think it will always still remain the same sort of system of where it goes Bitcoin and then flushes back, Bitcoin, ETH, altcoins. Like I still think that every time we get a proper reset of the markets, I think it is still going to keep shifting that. So it was nice for the first time. I'm a sniper.
I'm a sniper.
Yeah, so this was one of the first times that we actually had, a breakout from Bitcoin and the dominance doing the same thing. We did have the dominance coming down for the last few, weeks as well. And this was on the big dump off on the market. So the altcoins were quite protected. And now we got a region of, this was clearly a strong wave to the downside. And we are now retracing that. You do have the possibility of this going back just as a retest to the 36, after 46 to the 47% mark, maybe even back to the top regions again. But maybe it's the possibility of the actual Bitcoin pump and not the dump. I think we've all been worried that this dominance has been going down. What happens if this dominance goes up and Bitcoin goes to 15K? You know what I mean? And then it's like, holy shit, like what's going to happen to the altcoins? So at least we're getting the retracement of the dominance in a green market. And I think that is a good thing that we are seeing from yesterday's pump.
Okay, now do you believe the pump? Like, what would make you believe that we're going up? Because look, I'm not a sniper, but I have done all the master classes, and what I am seeing is, okay, so we need to break through this level. I think we broke through it. Now we're coming down. But if we break through this level, the next real level that I see is this level over here, which is 23, right? That would be the next resistance level,
sure.
And then. Listen, if we break that resistance level, the next resistance level that I see is 28.4. Am I right in my analysis here?
Exactly. So this is like I spoke about it yesterday. It's crunch time. This is the time where we wanted to at least secure the first higher high. I think that was a big achievement, us getting that. And I think we are getting a sort of pullback. But the right chart that you actually want to look at is that horizontals are fine. Remember, horizontals, we're just there to see the higher highs and see that we're passing levels. But ideally, you want to jump back into this and be like, this is what happened yesterday. Volume, like this was obviously some really good volume that we got through yesterday on the spike. So that was a good sign. But we broke out of the wedge, and we do know a simple test does make sense at any point. And, we spoke about yesterday that don't FOMO into these waves. And I think the audience is starting to learn that now. We always want to catch on the retests and these sort of zones. So for me, it was a success. Yesterday's pump was a success. Where we got to was a success. And now we are having a test. And all, people are asking, is this a fake out? Can we trust it? The levels for me is as long as we don't go under 20K again, it's a successful breakout. And I think at least that gives a nice little area to say that anywhere we come back to the support levels, let me just get this thing off. Anytime we come back to any of the support levels, buying here and loading up again is good, as long as you know that a fake out can happen at any point. We will have the stops under this area. But for me, this needs to happen fast. I don't think this gradual growth, and that is a good sign at this moment. If we come back and test, that's great. But after that, let's break down 23. We break 23, then we're in the ball game. You have to be in the market because we're going to have a total rip. And I think by the time we do have the break of the 23, we'll actually have, because if you jump to the total dominance here, you could see here what this hit yesterday. It basically hit the third point of the same area on the dominance. And that's why we had a Bitcoin breakup, but we never had the altcoins. They broke out and they did pretty well, but they never really exploded too much just yet. So when we have the breakout here, and this can be the area of the 22, 23K properly of Bitcoin, you will then get the whole market that actually joins Bitcoin as well. It won't be just Bitcoin. And then you'll see the whole market eruption that will take us up to the long wick over there. And like we said, to the top areas over there as well. Because you look at like something like ETH, they're all sitting at a very critical area. Like they're all sitting, you look at ETH, let me go jump on that. And look at that. They all got rejected on these tops over here, and it's just showing this critical level over here that we're not safe yet until we do break through that properly. You were asking me the question, do I buy now? For me, it's very simple in the thing. I will add possibly to my positions on the retest if it goes to the retest, yes, or I'll be a little bit more patient and I'll buy the breakout because it's a higher time frame, very high time frame.
That's a very good point, because I wanted to FOMO last night, and a lot of other people wanted to FOMO last night. So what you're saying is as follows: if we get to just go back to your original Bitcoin chart, right now you're waiting for Bitcoin to retest that line. If Bitcoin retests that line, which is about 20,300, right?
Yeah, it's basically between 20,400 and 20,700 in that zone. Is the
so 20,400, 20,700. That's where you take more positions with a stop loss, probably 20,250 or somewhere along there.
Yes.
If we invalidate, we get under the line.
Otherwise, so I will only buy with stop losses now. That's just the key rule. Until we're out of 23, don't be afraid to buy retest. The market did something great yesterday, and that could be the turning point for at least a little bit of a relief rally from what we've seen through all the damage. Now, don't be afraid of that, but understand if you do buy now, the market has given fake outs, so you're buying with the stop loss. So that is an important thing to
how low would your stop loss be? If you picked up, let's say you picked up some Bitcoin at 20,500, where would you put your stop loss?
Around 20K, 20,100. We don't want to come back in here. If we come back in here, we're going down. We don't want to come back in here. It's time now for us to have some sort of relief. I am looking at this, to paint a picture of what I'm looking at. We've been expecting some sort of relief bounce, right? And, I was expecting at any point that the market would slowly, gradual, pump at any point quite quickly because of this push over here, anywhere into the regions of 26 to 28K. That's what I'm seeing the market doing. That's what I'm waiting for, and I'm prepping for those trades. After that, I do see the possibility of a 12K Bitcoin. I do. For now, unless we break that trend. But for me, this is the move.
What's your timing on a 12K Bitcoin? If you look at the charts and it looks like it's the middle of September.
Probably, around August. Late August, middle of August. I think from September, we start slowly grinding up. And I think close to end of September is when we actually start having a little bit of a break of this long-term downtrend, and we start a decent, at least a decent recovery, hopefully to get Bitcoin back to 35 in those sort of areas. But I don't know if the damage was enough yet. The only reason I'm saying that is because the buying volume was just not, there was no capitulation. There was no serious buying volume at that specific area. So I think a relief bounce, then I think some more damage. This is now analysis. We'll see how it goes going forward. And then I see a little bit of a decent ending to the second half of this year.
So what would you be doing now? Right now, you're doing nothing. You're sitting on your hands. You're waiting for 20,500. 20,500, you start to layer in. And then 20,500, you start to layer in.
Yes. For Bitcoin. The only thing is, yesterday Bitcoin broke out. The altcoins didn't break out, in my opinion. ETH didn't make the higher high. Bitcoin did. You know what I mean? So for me, I'm being patient with Bitcoin. Let Bitcoin break the 22.5 or the 23K, and then it's still safe to get into the altcoin, because at least you're buying the lagging indicator. You're buying the thing that hasn't pumped just yet. Bitcoin right now, dominance is following it, and it's doing the same thing. So until you know that Bitcoin's secure and it's breaking key levels, you haven't missed the altcoin pump yet. And I think that's a very valuable thing to keep track of at these times. I think it's going to be Bitcoin. I think it's going to be ETH. And then I think the major alts are going to shift straight after that. I think it's going to go into the normal routine of what we've done many times before.
Do you want to hear something funny?
Yeah.
Carl Doops took a short on Solana.
Yeah, I think short term it was a clever idea. Short term, yes. But he better take profits quite soon. Because if it...
Carl, what's your story on Solana, Carl? Tell us what you've done. And you did it live as well, which I was very impressed with. I must say.
I can show my screen quick to just share my thinking, so then it will be easier. Let's go there, share screen. There we go. Okay, there we go. So basically, I'm going to first show you a 1 hour chart. And show you the thinking over here. So basically, this was a primary area that I was watching, where I expected that to be resistance, and I wanted to see how it was going to react in that area. It broke through, but I wanted to see it hold it as support, and then that recapturing the liquidity at the top showed me, okay, this is a deviation, and then this is where I entered. So just make that bigger. So I had like a few important trend lines. There were 3. This one governed all the lower highs over there. This one was tracking the momentum to the upside, the dash one. So once it lost all of that and that deviation was confirmed, I went short at 37.69, came down, and then retest of that underside resistance. I re-entered the other 50% over here at 37.21. And it's a short move. Like I'm just targeting from there down into this box over here.
Which is to 35. Okay.
So, but if you look at this on a, let me just see if it's on this one over here, to show you on the 4 hour, there we go. So it takes you straight back to there, which you have for like 35 in this region over here is still a higher low on the 4 hour, right? So it doesn't mean I'm mega bearish or anything. It's just a short-term bearish trade. And that's what I'm looking at.
Okay. Okay. Look, I've been following a very different approach. I've been just buying spot Bitcoin every single day. Literally every single day.
You've been buying a Bitcoin a day.
Yeah.
I mean, generally what we don't do here is we don't disclose the family secrets. But I mean, now that you've pretty much put it out there, I mean,
I heard it yesterday on the show, so I was like, because you said I'm buying a Bitcoin a day.
Now that you've pretty much put my bank account details on the internet, yeah, I've been using all the company money and I've been buying a Bitcoin every single day. So I literally, as you can see, I just wake up in the morning. I wake up in the morning and I just buy 1 Bitcoin every single day. Just like it's the first thing I do in the morning. I don't even brush my teeth first. I just buy Bitcoin. And I made myself a target to try and buy 1 Bitcoin every single day in the bear market. So then, like, if the bear market lasts 400 days, then maybe I can rack up 400 Bitcoin. But we're not making money fast enough. I'm not making money because I use all my profits from all my other trades and all the profits that I make in everything else to buy Bitcoin. So, yeah, I mean, as you can see, I'm literally there's no sell orders. It's just buy. It goes all the way back. So I'm really trying this dollar cost averaging mentality. Really trying dollar cost averaging.
When do you run out of money?
I mean, I try and make money on other trades and, try and make money on everything else. And I try and put it in here. And then, yesterday I sold my wife's watch. And then, tomorrow I'm selling the car. And we're selling shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Anybody want to buy Rolex? Don't need it anymore. I mean, I could probably even get a Bitcoin for this Rolex now. It's pretty much hardly.
You'll buy it back in 6 months. You'll buy it back in 6 months.
Richard Hart, he'll buy it.
Yeah, Richard Hart would buy it. But no, it doesn't have diamonds and shit on it. If you want to do Richard Hart, you got to have diamonds and shit. This is the plain one. No, but I really am. You know why I'm doing this? And I don't recommend anybody do what I'm doing because I'm being real Degen. But I just remember in the last bear market how everybody ran away and everybody thought that it was the end of crypto. And those that just kept their head down and just kept doing every single day. So the truth is, right now, I'm making a lot of money on some other trades and whatever else. And I can't afford to buy 1 Bitcoin a day. But if it goes down, I'm even going to buy like 0.1 every single day. And then I'm going to look at my average cost after the bear market and just see kind of where I am after the bear market. But I'm really going for a complete dollar cost average approach. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have opened some leverage trades as well. I opened a long leverage on Bitcoin at 18,000. That's big in the money. But I opened a long on DOT together with you at some point, and I'm still holding that long on DOT, which is a leverage. Okay. It's 7x leverage.
Nearly had broken even.
Yeah, I think I'm
holding those things too.
Yeah.
I think that's a great strategy as well. So, to sort of dumb it down now, like we got the breakouts, which I think is good. I am entering on the retest if we get to those levels again, the retest. But I'm entering with a stop loss. I think very important. I feel like the altcoins, you have time for the break of 23K on Bitcoin to get into the alts. Like if Bitcoin breaks 23K, that dominance is going up. And once the dominance goes up, Bitcoin, it's going to ride solo. You're going to sit down, you're just going to watch the solo market of Bitcoin just pump up. And then you're going to have Bitcoin go sideways, and then you're going to have the alt catch up as well. So I think it's be clever on this pullback because dominance is really strong in Bitcoin's favor. So on this pullback, I'm not afraid to buy Bitcoin, close to the areas of support of what I've been speaking about. But I'm patient to load up on more alts on the break of that 23K. Then I'm like, you know what I mean? Just to make sure, because that dominance, because if Bitcoin pulls back here now and that dominance keeps going up, we know where the altcoins are going. Like, you know, they haven't broken out just yet. But I think we're on something good here, brother. Like, I think we're on something like people need to not fall asleep at these times, because if this market flipping erupts, if Bitcoin goes to 28K, like, we're going to see an absolute killer 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks. And then it can be death again for another month. But like in those 2-3 weeks, you can like unharm yourself from a lot of damage that's been done in the last, you know, few months.
I must say, I'm looking at something completely different. I'm looking at a very, very, very different scenario. I'm looking at this scenario over here. Anyone who was around in 2017, I said yesterday, this, where I've made the circle, that for me is the Celsius capitulation, 3 arrows capitulation. This was Luna. This was Celsius, 3 arrows, everything else. And then this is what I'm kind of
for a while. Yes.
Yeah, but so when you say a while, like a while, let's say from the bottom, let's take that as the bottom, and then we go here. You're talking about 190 days of sideways but up. So still 50% up. Remember, that bottom point here is 3,000, and then this point here.
90 days take us to September?
September. But I think marginally up, marginally up, marginally up, marginally up, marginally up. Here, I think I told you, I think something happens, and I think it's going to be a combination of the ETH merge and very low inflation numbers, or a massive dent in inflation numbers. I think we're going to get like, I kind of think what's going to happen with inflation is we're going to get like 8.1, 8 in July, and I think we're going to get like 8 or 7.9 in August. And I think come September, we're going to get this like 6 point something. And the market is going to have a field day. They're going to go like, wow, 6 point something, the Fed strategies are working. Same time, we get the ETH merge. So you now got this ETH merge, and you've got the Fed's policies working. Everyone starts climbing back into the market. We see a repeat of that. And then, you know, I think that's where you maybe start coming down. You know, that's where you start maybe coming down. And then, you know, it's either you're going to print a higher high, you're going to print a higher low. And that depends on what's going to happen at the time. But I think in general, from a fundamental point of view, and I'm not talking technicals here, I'm talking fundamentals, I think everything is now baked in. Like, we've had huge liquidations, retail wiped out, retail savings wiped out. I mean, you know, short of like a Binance going down or an FTX going down or a KuCoin going down, what else is left here? Like, you know, we've thrown the kitchen sink at it, we've thrown the stove, we've thrown the car at it, like, you know?
Well, a lot of people are saying the stock market still got more downside. So that could be the only thing that could be, you know what I mean, is the stock market tanking. That could be the
look
one
at
of the only things.
I don't know. I said yesterday, I don't want to repeat myself too often, but if I look at the Dixie now, the Dixie was almost touching 108 this morning when I looked at it. Let's quickly just get that Dixie on the screen. 107.2 is where it is now. And I think that this chart's telling you a story. This is a chart that's going to bring inflation down. And I think the best case is we see this staying around here, maybe going a bit higher, and then starting to come down. Because you don't want this too high for too long. Because if you get that too high for too long, then earnings start coming down. Then you're going to get a real crash. Because then you're going to get the price coming down and the earnings coming down. That's a disaster.
Well, that thing's been going up for like a year.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I mean, look at it came from 88 to 107. That's unprecedented times, let me tell you. Unprecedented times. Chaps,
yeah, everything has gotten more expensive. It's quite crazy. Before you jump on there, just 2 secs. So guys, what I'm looking at, I do think that now the ranges have opened a lot. So I think there's going to be tons of short-term trades. So what I'm looking at next is I do think we're going to have a little push here. I think we're going to have a little relief bounce. I don't think we're going to make the higher high on Bitcoin or ETH just yet. And I think we're going to come test those lower areas for Ethereum, for Bitcoin. And we are going to get a decent trend there. And that is when we're going to be looking at the next area over there. We might even catch the short over here. So I just want to update you guys, like, keep your alert bells on. Remember, guys, if you don't have any exchanges or anything, use the links below. Because if I do go live at any point, we're going to be going live. We're going to be trading short time frame. The ranges have opened for me. The market's getting volatile, so I want to take advantage of that. As you see, there's all the links.
Yeah,
below.
let me just quickly go through a few things. First of all, Sheldon, are you going to go live in the next 24, 48 hours? Probably, right?
Probably over this weekend, yes.
Okay, so guys, make sure you have accounts. If you don't have accounts, sign up using the referral links below. If you sign up on ByBit, $4,200 trading bonus. You sign up on BitGet, up to $8,000. One of our new exchanges, we've tested it out. Amazing exchange.
Very much.
Yeah,
That's a very
if
good.
you want Sheldon's charts live all day, every day, literally as he updates them, that's available on CoinPanel. You can see CoinPanel, the referral links. So yeah, CoinPanel is amazing.
And all of the charts on CoinPanel updated today.
Yeah. Then lastly, over here, if you want to join our Sniper Squad on ByBit World Series of Trading, you sign up with our referral link. Then you go to Sniper Squad, click on that. You'll see I'm joined. So yeah. Now let's talk about this for a second, because we are, as you can see, we are currently positioned 47. But the winners are kicking our asses. I mean, okay, let me just show you how we are being. We had like an 80% performance. Let's just see where the squads are. Yeah, the rankings. So the highest is these, I think they're Korean, 1,795%. Means we have to put through more trades. I mean, that's if you want to win this.
That is amazing. Yeah.
It's amazing. These guys are, and I mean, you can see that. I mean, we can. There's still time. So remember, this is a marathon. It's not a sprint. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Also, later on today, we've got a banter. The banter today is all about trading. So it's not about macro, and we're going Degen trading. Gareth Soloway and 2 other traders are coming on with us. It's going to be an amazing banter. Anything else, Sheldino Tentino or Mama Sniper?
Guys, just keep
Sorry,
notifications on. Go for it,
No, I changed microphones this morning, and I was talking quite a bit, and I realized nobody could hear me. Someone's messaged me now to say there's no sound coming from me. So I was trying to put my inputs everywhere, but I think it definitely is. We're heading down to the retest level. I think it was quite a good breakout. I do think Bitcoin might consolidate there a bit, and that's when I think the altcoins are going to have a bit of a rally. Obviously, I'm talking on the shorter time frame. So I think when Bitcoin gets down to the bottom of the line that we broke out of, it will go sideways a bit. The altcoins will start popping, and then I do feel that Bitcoin is going to pop back above that neckline of the W shape that Ran was showing earlier on the show. I do think we need that bit of the relief rally, and I do see the underside of the Bitcoin charts as mentioned. And we're still in line. We're still in the trend. So yes, we are having a bit of a retracement now. But if you look on the higher time frame trend line, we're still in trend. There's nothing serious.
I mean, we must keep watching that vertical trend line, right? We must keep watching that trend line that Sheldon was showing us, because that's, if we break below it, invalidation. If we stay above it and retest, probably the last buying opportunity before 23. And then if we break 23, which I think we will, we're going to go up to 26, 27, 28.
Exactly. But we'll keep track of that, guys. So like me and Mama Snap will probably go live this weekend as well. As soon as something big happens here, we will be going live, and let's take advantage of it. We don't want to miss out on this. This can help us with a lot of damage that was done the last few months.
All righty. So guys, have an amazing weekend. I'm going to definitely be trading with you if I can. Much love, Mama Sniper.
Yeah, me too.
All right, guys.
Cheers, guys.
James. Oh God, we're never going to live that time. We're never going to live that time.
No,
there are a few things that need to be removed from this program, because they just haunt me, right? So this one needs to be removed because it haunts me. Okay. This one also needs to be removed. I don't know why you would keep this here. Why would you do something like that? Don't get it. Anyway, yeah.
I think it looks like this again, huh?
At least we can laugh. Listen, love you guys madly. Chat to you guys later.
Yes,
bye, everybody.
Ciao. James, this is the part where you put that ending fireball thing on.
Oh.
James. Well done, James. Congratulations, bro.
James is having fun.
He's learning. He is learning. He's learning.
Okay, I'm gonna go record. I'll see you just up.
Okay, bye. God bless. Bye.
Did you realize you take sleeping for afternoon, not breakfast?
All right, let's cut.